In this video, we are going to use our TI-83 calculator to graph a histogram and a box plot. So we are going to use this example that we used in chapter 1, which was asking 50 students how many books they had in their backpack. So we are going to first plot this as a histogram. So the first thing we're going to want to do is clear out our lists. And how we are going to do that is you are going to hit the Stat button, and 4 is Clear List. We are going to clear lists 1, 2, and 3. Now, right now, you probably don't have any data in there, but eventually you might, and so this is an important first step. So clear list, we are going to hit second, and the number 1, because you can see in yellow right here, it says L1. And then the comma, which is above the 7 button, right there, see, its own button. Then we're going to do that for list 2, so second 2, comma, second 3. So we're going to clear out list 1, 2, and 3, hit enter. Now that that's done, we are going to go ahead and get started putting our data in. So we're going to hit the Stat button again, and we want to edit. So list 1 is going to be our data values, the number of books. So you hit 1, enter, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we are going to arrow over to list 2, which is going to be our frequencies. So 11, hit enter, 10, 16, 6, 5, and 2. Okay, now we have our data in. We are going to then go and hit second and stat plot. Stat plot is right there. We're ready to graph it. We want to graph in the first one, so we will hit enter to select that. It says plot right now, off is highlighted, hit enter to highlight on. We want it to plot. We are going to go down to the type, use your arrow keys, and we are going over to the histogram. Okay, hit enter, and we will select that one. Our X list is L1. Our frequencies are actually in second L2. So that's all set. The last thing we need to do is adjust our window. The window is what we see. So we're going to hit the window button. We're going to fix this. So our X minimum, so our number of books, that's our X minimum. We want to start this, let's clear that out and let's start it at 0. We want it to be bigger than our data values so that we include everything. When we're looking at it, we can see everything. X max, so our max X value is 6, so let's go one more. Let's clear that and do 7. The scale, let's have it be 1 block thick, which is perfect because we're going per book. The Y minimum, let's have that be 0. It's usually 0. And the Y maximum for us here is 16. So let's go one above and let's do 17. Everything else is fine. So then we can go back and we can hit graph. And it graphs our histogram. That's our histogram. Now, if you want more information, we're going to come over and we're going to trace, the trace button here. And you can see it's blinking behind there. A minimum value of 0. We have no value, which we would expect. We go over. And just like our frequency table here shows us, we've got 11 students, 11, with 1 book in their backpack. And we can go through the data and look at that. We've got 16 students, that have 3 books in their backpack. So that's how we do a histogram. Now, what's really great is if we wanted to switch this over to a box plot, it's very easy because we already have the data in our lists, right? List 1 and list 2, they've got our data. So all we have to do is go back to stat plot. So you're going to hit second and stat plot. We want to continue. We want to switch this from the histogram over to the box plot. So just hit enter. We're going to go down, and the box plot you want to use is this one. Hit enter. Then all you have to do is hit graph, and it's going to graph this box plot for us. Now, if you hit trace, this is where we're going to get some interesting information, right? Our median, it gives us is 3. Our Q1 is 2. Our minimum is 1. Q3 is at 4, and our max is at 6. So that's how you create a histogram and a box plot on our TI-83.